All right, I turned the stream on. A little late to stream today. I had to finish something up. Let me actually raise my desk real quick.
Johnny Dips, you ever get so high you forgot how to speak English?
Bro.
I'm telling you, that's what happens to that guy.
Start speaking Spanish mid topic.
No, this guy, he like literally like smokes himself brain dead.
Dude, I'd be like, go left, go left, go left, go left. And he won't do it, dude.
He goes right.
He goes fucking right. He starts reversing, like doing his own thing. It's funny because back when I was playing with your buddy, he like got us stuck on the road, and I kept telling him, go left, go left, go left. And he wouldn't do it, so then he got us stuck. And your buddy hops out of the tank to like try to help us out. And he starts reversing randomly and just runs your buddy over. And we're like in the middle of the map. Like there's no spawn point near us or anything. Your buddy's just dead. It's too funny.
Was Danny bitching about him too?
Not while we were playing, but like afterwards, yeah. It was funny. Dude, it was literally giving me a headache. I played one game with him, and I got off for the rest of the day. Didn't get back on the computer the entire day.
He forced you off your PC.
Yeah, I was done, dude.
He made you call it a night.
Yep. It was early too. We played like it was like a Saturday or something. We played at like 2 o'clock or something. I'm like, all right, I'm done for the day, guys.
He literally made you stay away from your computer for the rest of the day.
Yep. What's going on, Native?
He's fucking toxic, dude. That's funny too, because that's how I met him, man. When he was in that state,
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny as fuck. I got the commander dude the other day. I had this guy raging, man. I was like, "Hey, I need you to drop supplies on DN." He's like, "I can't hear you." I was like, "Drop them on DN." Like, where the fuck is DN?
Oh god.
Because we were losing pretty bad too. So he was like really trying to fucking get on top of his shit. And I hit him with it, dude. And he's like, "You motherfucker!" Just started going wild, dude.
What's going on, Sarish, Mortal? I literally haven't played a single video game like since I bought the house. I just get off early and go to bed. I feel like I'm a fucking grandpa already. I need to hop on tonight though. Why is everything pumping? Just technicals, man. Hit a massive level. We talked about it on stream a few times. You're hitting like the monthly VWAPs and stuff. Coming back down to retest monthly VWAP on SPY. Q's is a little bouncing a little early, but you have the OTS trail giving you some buy the dip signals. IWM testing the monthly VWAP. Beautiful Bulldog. Dow Jones testing monthly VWAP. It's just purely technical. It's just a really good place to buy, to be honest. And it looks exactly like every other bottom that we've had. Come down to retest the VWAP, and then find the buyers and engulf. Looks really good. I closed my scalp today. Johnny's probably spot on. He said it's going to be one of those times that I literally scalp the bottom, and then it turns out being the bottom, and it just keeps going higher. It's exactly what I did with Ethereum. I had a scalp at the low, and then it went up like $1,000. But I went ahead and closed my ES position. I took an ES position yesterday on that 30-minute pivot. I think it was it that one? Which one was it? I think it might have been this one. And then we closed it on 63, right here at 63. I was front running the 200 EMA. As I've told you guys on stream, like one of my main strategies right now is literally just buying 30-minute pivots on ES. It's extremely easy. I think of my last 5 trades, of my 30-minute pivot trades, I've only lost, I think, one of them. Yeah, which one was it? It was I think it was this one here, where it just kept going down. You said, what do I think of the breakout volume on Qs being so low? Let's take a look. It's not too bad. It is kind of low. It is definitely low. I do like this node right here, though. This node is nice. I like this node because it overlaps this node here. So you have like a double node. So this volume shelf right here is pretty good. We might come back to retest that because the buy volume right here is pretty low. But that's not too bad. Like this little area before we broke out, I like that. What's 30-minute pivots? I'm talking about the OTS, the Oasis Trading Suite. So the Oasis Trading Suite puts in these candles that are called pivot candles. It puts in the blue candles and the orange candles. They give you these areas where price is pivoting. Price is kind of creating these pivot levels, right? And ES is futures. So you can scalp very small moves and still make a good amount of money. So the blue pivots here on ES are extremely good at finding bottoms. Even during downtrends like this, they will find local bottoms very often. So you can trade the pivots and go for like 10 to 20 points, and you will very often get those targets, even if it's in a downtrend and it wants to nuke. Like you can see, this went up like 19 points. This one failed a little bit. Once it reclaimed it, went up about 16. This one went up about 20. This one went up about 13. This one went up about 36. So this is during a downtrend too. So if you buy these during an uptrend, you can see they give you very good moves too. But they're not always going to find like massively accurate bottoms that are going to call massive moves. Like these ones down here, these obviously find like ridiculous moves, 60 points. This one gave you like 120. They're not always going to do that, but you can very often go for at least 10 to 20 points and you will get that target. And that's what I've been doing. I've just been scalping like 10 to 20 points, put like a 10-point stop loss on it, and just let it run. This one, I could have actually went for more points. I went for about 30 points on this one. So we got in around 32, I think it was. 32 to 35, somewhere around there. And my take profit was right before the 200 EMA, which was 65. So I targeted 63. So we got about 30 points on that. And that was with a 10-point stop loss. So nice little 3-to-1 trade there. Yeah, very high probability trades if you guys follow the 30-minute pivots. Do I take the trade on the following candle? So what I do is so when the pivot is closed, it puts the pivot on the bottom, right? So sometimes price will be a little higher. So you're not always going to be able to get the entry exactly on the pivot. But what I do is if it's already pushing off the pivot like really hard, I will buy some of my contracts right as the pivot closes, and then I'll put the other contracts like right around where the actual pivot is. So if it comes back down to retest the pivot, I'll fill my other contracts and I'll lower my entry. If it's not running away from the pivot and it's like right around where the pivot closed, then I'll just buy my contracts right on the candle close. But sometimes, actually very often, as you can see here, you will get a retest of the pivot. So if you get a retest of the pivot within the first like 1 to 2 candles, that's also a very good entry. The thing with the pivot trading is if you just keep a tight stop loss, like 10 points, 15 points, that's all you need. Because if it breaks below the pivot by 10 to 15 points, you're usually going to go much lower. So you don't need to have like a 30-point stop loss, 40-point stop loss. You can get out like right away. And some pivots will turn into massive bottoms where you can get like 50 to 100 points. So if you think it's going to be one of those pivots and you're up like 30 points, you could just pull your stop loss to being like break even or put it in profit and then just let it run, right? That's probably what I could have done with this trade here. But since I lost my last trade on the pivot strategy, that was like my first, I think what I say it was like this one right here. So we lost that one. So I wanted to make sure we took profit on this one to cover that loss. So we lost about 10 points on that trade, then we made 30 on this trade. So really good risk reward.
Bro, that bounce on Facebook is sexy.
Microsoft is the one killing it today. Microsoft gapped up, held the gap, and then just ran.
Bro, the amount of bullish news fucking Microsoft got in like a minimum of 2 days is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that candle on Facebook's dirty.
Oh yeah, that was dirty, bro. The Microsoft news. I mean, yesterday it was the day before yesterday when they got the news that they bought a large stake in Four Seasons.
Yeah.
Kind of figured like it was gonna move a little bit on that. It kind of moved, and then today, no, yesterday night they announced they're raising dividends and they're gonna do a share buyback.
Yeah, he bought his shares from his buddy. Bought like a bunch of shares off his friend, and now because he already had a big stake in the company, now he has a controlling stake in the company. He's only doing it so he can have his fucking sex parties and nobody can say anything.
Facts.
Because that's what he was doing before he was married. Might even been doing it while he was married. But
Who are you talking about?
Bill Gates, he's known as a fucking creep. He has like sex parties with like a bunch of naked people running around and shit.
Like a swingers party?
Pretty much. But
I
he
know a guy that went to a swingers place.
he he bought a controlling stake in Four Seasons, the hotel, and most people are thinking that it's because he's gonna start throwing events and shit there, and he wants people to stay quiet.
They got a place in Vegas. Well, it's not considered Vegas. It's next to Vegas. I think it's some small town. It's called the Red Rooster.
Oh god.
It's a swingers place like that.
What's like that what's that thing swingers do? They like hang something upside down in their house or something like that. There was like a joke about it on How I Met Your Mother.
Dude, he said he was without getting too much into detail, he was with the same girl. He was with the girl at the same time as Mick Jagger from the Stones.
Oh god.
This was years ago. This was like 30 something years ago, but yeah.
That's funny.
At the same time. Imagine that. I would never be able to fucking do something like that, but
To each their own, right? When will this market slow down? Never, man. This is the new paradigm, right? It's like you had pre 9/11 and post 9/11. With the stock market, you have pre-COVID and post-COVID. It's almost never going to go back to pre-COVID. What's going on, FX? Microsoft popped the whole market. Microsoft is the number one holding of SPY. That's why Microsoft has such a big effect.
damn, they actually have rules at this place.
What, the swinger place?
Yeah,
That's
on their
funny.
website right now. Looking.
They have a website?
Yeah, I posted it in Brotown.
That's funny as shit. They have a fucking website.
Oh, they charge entry, but you can't charge for sex, so they call it a donation.
Oh, that's hilarious. Lucky said, I know, just saying, came out just the right time. What are you talking about, Mucky? You talking about Microsoft? When's my face reveal? I used to stream with a webcam, man. I used to stream with a webcam every day. I just got kind of tired of it. The biggest thing that made me stop streaming with a webcam was I would do a lot of teaching streams, right? Where I would show stuff on my chart and I'd do like drawings and stuff. And I would have my webcam on the stream and I'd be drawing behind my webcam because I can't see it. And my stream would literally let me go on for like 10 to 30 minutes and they can't even see what the fuck I'm doing. And I would waste like 10 to 30 minutes of my time just talking about stuff that they can't even see. We'll probably bring them back eventually. Maybe when I get my office all set up and I got it looking nice.
Yeah, I think Soul's gonna get ready for the next move up, next leg.
What is?
I think Soul is.
Tag the 20.
How about that Twitter call? What Twitter do? Yeah, nice day. Honestly, almost anything in that kind of sector, the growth sector, if you would have bought the dip on, you're doing pretty good today. But yeah, bounced right off the 200 EMA. Twitter honestly looks good.
Dude, Roku saved itself. Look at Roku today.
Oh, I know. The doji's so clean on Roku too. That's what I was talking about on stream yesterday. Is Roku and Twitter look very similar. They've got a bull div on the daily. They're both pulling back to retest major support, and then you have kind of like a bounce off that support. Twitter looks better, to be honest. Twitter's a good look.
Yeah, I'm only down $30 now. What a fucking comeback.
Yeah, I'm almost break even on Roku.
Starbucks is my only red position today. Fuck that, I'm not going to drink at Starbucks anymore. Going to Pete's.
Yeah. Can't tell you the last time I had Starbucks.
They got Pete's Coffee out by you.
Is that like a store?
It's like a coffee chain. It's Peets, Pete's
No.
Coffee.
We have like Dunkin', Starbucks.
Their coffee's actually pretty good. I've been going. They've had one here. It's been here for a while, but I've been walking there with the dog and stuff and grabbing a coffee, sitting outside and chilling and shit.
Yeah, Starbucks kind of gapped down. They got wrecked.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Look at the weekly though. The weekly's got to buy the dip.
I'm not worried about it. Starbucks just fucking perpetually goes up.
Yeah. Can I check Sol and Cardano? Let's take a look. I mean, now that Bitcoin's going back up, they should be doing all right.
I think Sol could see a little bit more downside before bouncing.
Yeah, maybe a trail test, like 140. If you bought around 140, 120, you should be okay.
You know what looks really good right now is FTT. Look at that. Once that downtrend breaks, it's gonna rip. Pulled back to the 20, pulled back to a previous pivot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Sol. Who asked about it? FX. Not too bad, but like Jay May said, I think it has a little more potential to go down. You do have a small bull div trying to come in here on the 4 hour, but it just doesn't have any buyers. You can tell there's like nobody buying it. If it comes down to like 122, 125, somewhere around there, that would be kind of a better place.
They just had bad news. Their blockchain, their network was down for like 2 days.
I saw that.
Exchanges now are just starting to get back up. Like there's only a few exchanges right now that you're allowed to like buy and sell on. My buddy's kind of got fucked from that. He just bought a $1 million fucking house in like some nice suburb out here, and he was basically putting his down payment. He's going to use his down payment in Sol.
Oh wow.
Sell his Sol to pay for the down payment, and he couldn't cash out.
Yeah, no, I hear that. That's ridiculous. I like ADA if it holds this 230 level. You can see this pivot that you're retesting. It's the previous high as well. Above 230, above 245 looks pretty good. You got to hold on to those pivots though. You think they're shadow banning me from YouTube because of all the crypto and trading stuff? Yeah, I have seen they shadow ban like crypto accounts and stuff like that. I also have a strike on my YouTube from the whole Trump thing, so I wouldn't doubt if they were shadow banning me a little bit.
88 does look good. Retest that previous high. RSI like reset itself after this pullback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. I liked near perp a lot too.
80 I think they just released their smart contracts.
Yeah, they released an update I think yesterday or the day before, didn't they?
Hey Danny, you said you're waiting on the market to reach 44.15 before the buy. As there is a POC down there, any idea why it bounced so early? It's bouncing off the monthly VWAP. Monthly VWAP and the 50-day. This is the historic like best dip buy area you can look for. Monthly VWAPs, 50-day moving average. Whenever the indexes test those levels, historically very good buys. It's hitting both those levels at the same time right now. That's why it's pumping so hard.
Oh my god, look at fucking Apple's about to get 150.
Deja, what do you think of us that C98 perp?
What's the ticker?
C98.
Oh, it is?
Perp.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's clean. Yeah, like a little bulldog on the 4 hour. Look at the 4 hour.
I didn't even look at the
4 hour bulldog with a 200 EMA double tap. Yeah, that's clean. Looks like a 618 pullback too.
I was looking at the downtrend break. 8 EMA flip.
Yeah, it's also a 618 pullback. 618, 200 EMA, bulldog. You're hitting the monthly VWAP. The monthly VWAP is $4.10.
That's where, yeah, that's where it's at right now.
So if you can hold above that, it looks pretty good.
You could target the daily pivot for an easy trade. It's a fucking 25% gain.
Yeah, Opus, I was supposed to make a cheddar flow video and I just completely forgot. I still need to make that. But my strategy using cheddar flow, like this is my main filter. I'll just show you my main filter. How do I do that? Right here. These are my filters that I use. I have the calls opening above ask. So it's opening orders above ask, calls only. I don't think I have any advanced filters on this. Let me see. No advanced. Yeah, so this is my main filter. So this is the one where I look for just like the money coming in, repeat calls, unusual calls, stuff like that. And then I've got these ones for more of like lottos. I have like the unusual weeklies, out of the money, and the poor man's out of the money. The poor man's out of the money is anything that's expiring within a month, and their lotto contracts out of the money that are less than $1. So like people that are just buying like dog shit contracts, looking for a very big move. So that's basically all I do on Cheddar Flow, and then I just filter them by premium, and I kind of see what's coming in. Like right now, we've got a big ass Twitter call that came in today, 3.9 million. I actually didn't catch this one; I missed this one. I'll post this in Discord. A little late now. Would have been nice if I saw it earlier, but that's basically all I do, man. Just look for the big boys that come in here. I like looking at the things that repeat. So like if I see the same order that just keeps coming in, like if you're in Discord, I keep posting these mRNA, the Myrna contracts. They just keep coming in. It's like the same contracts. The what is it? The 495s, the 500s. So the orders that just constantly come in, it's obviously like the same guy or like the same fund, right? What were those Twitter calls? 60s for October 10th.
Fuck. I'm up like 65% on these Facebook calls. Seeing if I should roll or just hold them for a little bit.
Dude, you know what else is a good crypto buy? I heard a bunch of guys talking in a NFT space the other night on Twitter. Is AR Arweave?
Mm-hmm.
It's dude, it was like too complicated for me to fucking understand, but it's some shit on the blockchain that helps NFTs being able to be fractionalized and a ton of stuff, and that's why it's been pumping.
That's a clean chart too. If it breaks that pivot at 66, it should rip for sure.
Yep. Yeah, I have an alert set up there.
Yeah, I like that. It's putting in a weekly pivot right now. FX said AR and Avalanche are two big giants. Avalanche, is that AVAX? That's AVAX. Yeah, I've heard of AVAX.
Yeah.
Yeah. AVAX looks good too. Very similar chart. Honestly, right now, I think the best trades, I wouldn't say the best, but the safest trades are just trading Bitcoin and Ethereum. But you need to wait to see if Bitcoin can hold above this 47. We've been watching 47K. It's at 48K and it's holding, but it's got a sell signal here on the OTS. So if you can start getting above the OTS here, that doesn't look too bad. Oh yeah, dude, the Bitcoin CME chart that you were talking about, that's clean.
I'm not looking at exchange charts anymore for
That's
Bitcoin.
a super clean chart, dude.
If I would have seen that, you know, when we had those few days where it was up, down, up, down, up, down,
Yeah.
I would have never fucking even doubted that it's going to go back up.
That was a gap fill too. There's like a little gap there on the low.
Dude, you never closed below the 50 or the fucking reversion line one time on the futures chart.
Oh, I actually haven't looked at the bot on the CME chart. Let's see what the bot looks like. That's pretty much the same. Yeah, it's almost identical.
It's super clean.
Yeah, it's nice.
If we close like this, if this daily closes like this, I think we're going back up for sure. I said 47 and a half, like kind of like my 47 and a half. A close above that,
Yeah.
I'll start increasing my leverage.
The bot on the daily, it's switched into a sell, but it's already giving a take profit, so it's already finding a big support level. So this thing's going to switch back into a buy very quickly if we get another pump.
On Bitcoin daily?
Yeah. So this looks like it's going to turn into one of those sells that we saw all the way up in 2020, where it gave you a sell as like a take profit on your long, and then just wait for the next buy signal. And then now we're about to have the next buy signal pretty soon. So when that turns on, I'll probably start buying again. Little breakout here on SPY again. SPY doing really well.
I hope we get a close above the 8 today. We're above it right now.
I haven't looked at FTM. I think Sticky or somebody in Discord was looking at that.
It's been ripping, dude. Like that chart is clean as fuck.
Oh yeah, look at that today, up 23%.
The daily on that is the daily on that reminds me of the daily on FTT.
Yeah, you had a single candle fake out on the sell. You've been in a buy the entire way up.
That reversion line, dude, is too fucking strong. Too strong.
What is E-Gold, FX? Elrond. That's too high, honestly. It's hard to buy that. Not really getting any consolidation up here. I always see this ticker, EGLD, and I think it's like gold ticker on FTX.
Yeah, the thing's been sending it, dude.
The shippers are on absolute fire today. Zim broke 60. Maddox is recovering, and MM is recovering.
I got alerts set at like 245 on that EGLD.
Yeah, this guy in stream likes it. He's been calling it out for a while.
Yeah, if it pulls back, that'd be one that I'd like to get into.
Crocs is still ripping, dude. They announced that they're making like a special croc out of like recyclable material or something like that. And they had like investor day or some shit yesterday. And they're absolutely tearing. You know, it's really weird. I said the word phantom on stream, and I just had a phantom account follow me on Twitter. FTM Future. What would be the best buy from here on ES to ride the bull market? That was it, man. Like I said, Danny, it's always the monthly view app or the 50-day. Every single time. 50-day or monthly view app. You're hitting it right now. You can see you hit it there, 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 literally the entire way up. These are the only ones that would have scared you. The ones back in September and October of 2020. Besides that, in the new era, post-COVID, we have respected it every single time. It's like traders always say, take the same trade over and over and over again until it stops working.
That was the bottom.
You like that FX? Yeah, I've been getting a little hairy on my Twitter, but it's just there's too much going on. I can't just not say anything. It's just so fucking pathetic what we're seeing in this world right now. It's also a sad part about what's going on in the world right now is it's gotten so bad that people are scared to speak up and have an opinion about anything because people are so polarized that it will like bury your business if you put your opinion out there. And I just feel like that's just fucking bullshit. So I put my opinions out there. I don't care. If you can't separate my opinions on Twitter from my trading and from like my trading analysis, if you will, then I can't help you. People need to understand that you can disagree on stuff and still be acquaintances or be friends. Like, I've got a lot of friends that we disagree on fucking a lot of shit. And I call them out on it too. And they call me out on shit too. And we don't care. We're still friends. People just need to understand that it's not fucking black and white, cut and dry. The majority of my friends do not think the way that I think. And we're still good friends. But all right, back to the charts. The charts are looking real. It's funny if we look back at Bitcoin, right? Look back at Bitcoin on the like 1 hour. So let's go back to Bitcoin here. Look at Bitcoin on the 1 hour. You see like all these nasty like reversals, these 1 hour chops, the BART patterns, if you will. And then go to ES and then look at the 1 hour. Very, very similar BART patterns coming back into ES. This pattern that we're seeing right now, this is literally the textbook BART pattern that we used to trade back in the day on Bitcoin. And this pattern was never in equities. This pattern would never touch equities. You had very similar reversal patterns, but they didn't look exactly like this. Now they are identical to the patterns that BitMEX kind of perfected, right? So it's very interesting seeing these patterns come back into equities. But with that said, the 30-minute on ES breaking above the 200 EMA for the first time. I'm not including this. This is a fake out. So first time since September 7th. So what is that? About 8 days we've been trading below the 30-minute 200 EMA, and that's the main line that I use to see like if we're uptrending or downtrending. I really like the 30-minute. So once this EMA starts to flip to back to being bullish, being ascending, then we can say like, okay, we're in up only season. Just go straight back to being up. And let me show you this. Let me update this on my trade ideas. Here is a chart of SPY and Qs. This is not the futures, but this is the index. So I keep these on my other monitor at all times. These are the 30-minute SPY and Qs charts. This is the 200 EMA. We're coming back to retest it on SPY. We've already broken through it on Qs. So we are getting very close to being up only season again. You can see SPY is actually breaking above it, just barely. And then Qs is way above it. IWM not just yet. And then Dow Jones kind of far away.
Ooh, I fucking love this market. This market will.
Can Walmart bounce, please? I need Lowe's to fucking break out of this little flag. And I need Walmart to bottom.
Yeah, player, that's exactly it, man. I just try to be as honest as I can.
Dude, if this Roku chart plays out, this is gonna be a monster.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like top 3 trades of the year for sure.
I don't think I've ever seen a fucking falling wedge this clean before into a pivot with a bull div.
Yeah, the pivot's disgusting. It's a long pivot too. The long pivots are usually very strong reactions.
Yeah.
You're
cutting out, Johnny.
You about the Roku play that you got in last week or new?
The one that I got in like 2 days ago.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you could buy it here. Honestly, it's the same exact trade.
Yeah.
It's sitting on the pivot.
Look, if you bought it now, I'm stuck 30% on it because I got in early. But
I'm only in shares. I think I'm down like $5 to $10 per share.
Oh, that's disgusting. This is gonna be like a Netflix play.
Dude.
What? I just looked at the chart.
Yeah, the chart is it's really good. The only thing I don't like is the weekly is losing the 50 week.
Oh boys, we got some news. China's gonna go back into lockdown. They're saying that last night. I thought that was bullish for lockdown stocks.
I picked up January 350s.
They're saying that the infection is getting the spread of COVID is getting bad over there, and they're thinking about doing another lockdown.
That's hella bullish for my shippers. If they lock down those ports, dude, the shippers are gonna skyrocket. Star Wars, you said S&P 500 short or long? You definitely do not want to be shorting right here. You would get obliterated. I mean, if you shorted here, you'd be doing better than if you shorted yesterday. but historically speaking, shorting a bounce of the monthly VWAP in the 50-day is a very bad trade. You would have only won that trade one time since COVID.
Crazy. Practically every single time it taps that, it makes a brand new all-time high. So
Yeah. So if you're a probabilities guy, it's a bad probability. Danny, if you're talking about like investing long term or something like that, then yeah, if it comes down to the 200 EMA, that's a good investment point. But we are extremely far from the 200 EMA, so waiting on that to be tested, you're gonna be waiting a long time. But we were actually just talking about that yesterday in Discord. We were talking about how historically the indexes come back to retest their 200 EMA quite often, a few times a year, right? We have not tested the 200 EMA. You can't include that, right? Because you didn't test it since June of 2020. So it's been over a year.
That would be an emotional trade too, because we would have to drop so much to get to that point,
Mhm.
and then the question is, do you have the balls along there after dropping that hard?
Yeah, you would need to lock that in, like, because a lot of people say they're gonna buy that retest. That is a very hard retest to buy because every time you come back to test the 200 EMA, it's usually a bloody pullback. Oh, you mean the 30-minute 200? I got you. The 30-minute 200, yeah, for short term, when the 30-minute 200 starts to go back up, like when this starts to go like this and we start to trade higher, right? Holding back to retest that is pretty bullish. Like as we can see here, bounce, bounce, bounce. Didn't really test it there, but pretty close. Same thing here, bounce. Little fake out there. But as we start to ascend, those pullbacks are usually pretty easy to buy.
yo, Deja, Tesla's closing exactly how it closed yesterday.
Yeah, it's gross. It's doing.
Dude, that wick on Tesla the other day, what the fuck was that?
Look at Facebook. Facebook's doing exactly what Tesla did.
Yep, bro. It barred at everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, if you were watching that happen, dude, that I bet so many people got chopped out of there, scared out of that move.
For
Oh,
sure.
bro.
That would have been one of our lottos, man. If we would have caught that on the low, buy the lotto at $2, it goes to $60.
Yeah. I'm literally gonna close fucking green today after being slaughtered this morning.
Nice. Yeah, I'm up pretty big on my ES scalp.
I'm only up $300, but I was down over 3,000 a day.
Yeah, it's a big difference. That's the thing about like people are like say you have a position that's up $1,000 and then it goes back and you lose like 500. You're like, oh, I just lost 500. You didn't lose 500. You lost 1,500 because you were up $1,000. So like if you let that thing come back and then murder you, you're losing even more money.
I really need like my biggest, not my biggest position, but I really need Chewy to fucking recover here.
I haven't
That's
looked at
what
Chewy
hurt me
recently.
worse.
Let's see. Chewy's been choppy as hell. And they missed earnings. It's like, how do you miss earnings?
Chewy's hurt me the most.
Yeah, Chewy's a little scary. Not a whole lot of support down here. You're actually on a monthly VWAP. It's bouncing right off a monthly VWAP of May.
Like this position, honestly, if it were to go green or break even, I would close it.
Yeah.
But then again, you also have a monster gap there, dude. If that gap gets filled before January, those contracts are going to pay big.
Hey, investments. CLF I was seeing all over Cheddar Flow. I think it was today or yesterday. A lot of those infrastructure names have been doing really well. Like even steel's doing really well. You have all the natural gas companies, the oil companies. So that whole sector is doing really well. Cliffs is not looking as good as steel though. If you look at steel, actually no, they're similar. Never mind. I thought steel was what was the one I was looking at earlier? One of the ones I was looking at yesterday is closer to up here. It's like already about to break its high. Can't remember which one it is, but CLF. I would like this more if it came back and broke this trend. So break the trend, get back above like say 2450, then we're looking a lot better. But this trend's a little choppy.
Dude, look at PLTR. Literally rejected at this level, like since, what was this, February?
Oh, it's a 27 level, yeah. Oh, you're actually, this is looking pretty decent though. If it can finally get above this fucking 27 level, doesn't look too bad.
I wouldn't take this unless it closed above the pivot and retested it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't even take a break above this pivot. It'd have to retest in order for me to get into this.
Which
We're talking PLTR.
PLTR, it's just
Weekly weekly is starting to look pretty good.
it's all about that 27 level, man.
you ape any crypto?
I'm in near and C98.
You're still
I just got
positive.
C98 a little bit ago.
You're still positive at FX, so you're not going to win every trade, man. So if you made 1,800 then lost 1,000, that's still good.
I took H bar, ETH, BTC, Sol. I did a Johnny Dips kind of thing.
I was just about to say that.
Johnny Dips style.
I took like 6 positions.
Check out C98. You might like that, Sticky. Same with FTT. It's starting to look really good.
Yeah, FTT looks really good. There's another one that I'm in that I think is kind of a sleeper play, GRT.
Almost just rugged myself, fucking trying to open the vent on my ceiling. Almost gave myself the biggest fucking Charlie horse.
Gert. Yeah, I like near because it retested the previous high and you pushed off of it. And then I like C98 because it's breaking a downtrend.
Damn, you see Ren? You would have bought.
Yeah,
oh no, it's only. I thought I was looking at a daily. I'm looking at a 5-minute. The
daily's on fire.
Oh
too.
yeah, the daily's disgusting. Jesus. Pivot to pivot.
Fucking dude, I'm like, I've been fuming the last few days, closing my Bitcoin long at the literal bottom.
Yeah, it's like JMA said, dude. Look at the CME chart; it's so much cleaner.
I took off the exchange charts off my watch list and I put the futures chart on there. The futures chart, no support was ever broken at all, and there's no fucking chop.
Sushi looks pretty good.
Small pullback, 2 minutes into close.
Matic looks good.
I liquidated half of my fucking crypto account pretty much to pay for that ring.
Nice.
Tesla begins full self-driving in Canada.
VVS, JMA.
What is VVS?
Like the diamond grade.
Oh, that's very, very, very something. It means there's like no inclusions whatsoever.
Yeah, it's GI. Like, are you talking about if I had it graded?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's GIA certified. It
should have like a thing that tells you like the clarity, the color.
Yeah, it's I don't have. I put it away already. Give me a sec.
Orbs looks pretty good.
It's
It's
probably at least
it's
a VS.
VVS2 G colored 1.35 carat
Nice.
Yeah, it should be good.
triple excellent. It was appraised at 16,450.
Jesus Christ.
Not bad.
No what's it called? Off color on it.
That's a rock.
Yeah.
Now you can NFT it.
It's ice.
No, yeah, it's a super fucking nice ring, dude.
Congrats, bro.
Thank you, sir.
One sec, guys. I'm lowering my disc.
How do you like the stand up?
It's good, man. I need to get a longer cord for my mounted monitor because it will like yank on the computer if I lift it too much.
You
Do
gotta
you feel
get one
like
of
you
those
have
little
more
treadmills.
energy in the morning when you're standing up to stretch?
I've been kind of lazy. I don't stand in the morning, but I stand during stream and it feels better.
Nice.
I need to start standing in the morning.
You gotta get the treadmill underneath it,
I
dude.
feel like if I start standing in the morning, I'm gonna be fucking being a degenerate and trading 1 minute charts.
Yeah, after drinking like 8 coffees, dude, standing up, you're gonna be fucking raging.
Yeah.
Sticky, what happened to Starbucks today, man? We gotta go and fucking start buying some shit.
Dude, I told you I don't do Starbucks anymore.
That's what I told. That's what I told him earlier. They're literally going down because you bought a fucking coffee machine. You stopped boosting their revenue.
You stopped going to Starbucks. I fucking started going to Pete's Coffee. We gotta
Yeah.
fucking. It's not a good time while I'm fucking long.
You rugged yourself.
I literally did rub myself.
Man, I'm starting to get the. I might keep adding into these fucking dips of fucking Atlas.
All right, let's see if Bitcoin could fucking hold the gains now that the market's closed.
Who is the big coffee guy here in Discord?
It's Stunk.
Stonk?
Yeah. He has his own like little. He has a commercial grade frappuccino machine thing.
The La Moroso or whatever.
Yeah, he said he bought it off his buddy who was closing a restaurant.
Jesus. So I'm gonna send him this, and it's gonna look like shit, but I'm sending him anyways.
Yeah, dose bill.
Yeah, you're gonna look poor to him. All right, go ahead, Johnny.
Oh no, I was gonna say dose. He was another coffee guy.
Sticky on the futures Bitcoin chart, the trail never even flipped.
Sarish, the perpetuals that we're talking about are on FTX, but they're not only on FTX. You can trade a lot of those names on a lot of exchanges.
Wow, NQ's actually playing my little lines.
What a fucking day, dude.
Yeah, bro. It was
What a fucking day.
welcome to September.
SPY hitting 450 tomorrow, it very, very easily could.
Oh yeah, that's like hitting it blindfolded.
Yeah.
Dude, I am not closing these fucking SPY calls
No,
until the end of the year.
same. I'm literally doing the same shit with Dime did last year because I was supposed to do the. We both agreed that we was gonna do long SPY 400. I didn't go along with it. I fucking cut it half year. He fucking stuck with it, and that trade turned into a 50K trade for him. Or something like that.
Did you guys talk about the Evergrande? The
The
fucking
Chinese
real
thing?
estate? Yeah, that's
I'm actually gonna put that in my next newsletter, but it's kind of scary. It's gonna take China with it.
Yeah, do you think that sort of has like a domino effect on the other real estate markets?
I hope not. I fucking bought a house. That'd be pretty bad. But it could.
Because I would assume they're not like 100% invested in like mainland
No,
real
yeah,
estate.
I'm pretty sure they have investments in the
Do
US.
they have a stock? Do they have a ticker?
They do, but it's
Yeah.
not US traded.
What is it, like 30 cents now, and it used to be like fucking $10.
Damn, it's that far down.
Oh, dude, holy
it
shit!
fucking nuked.
It's
What's the name?
3333 is the Hong Kong one.
Yo, Sticky.
Wait, the name of the
How,
ticker is like the numbers?
Yeah, number 3333 is the Hong Kong ticker. Look at that on the weekly, dude. It's getting rugged.
Holy fuck.
Dude, I was watching TikTok videos. There's people literally rioting in their building,
Mhm.
like begging for their money back.
The investors. Yeah, I saw that.
And then Goldman released a report saying like stay the fuck away from it, basically.
Damn, dude, that thing did get rugged.
And then you have
It's at support.
when's the SEC report coming out?
Oh, I'm not sure, but I saw that they basically have no liquid assets. They have to get bailed out or they're done.
Yeah, they're in debt. Like they're the number one in debt fucking ticker,
Mhm.
and they're in debt like compared to the second person that's in the most debt. They're almost triple that.
I think it's 300 billion or something like that.
835 billion.
Oh yeah, there you go. Think about how stupid that is. They're almost in debt $1 trillion.
I mean,
Time to buy? Yeah. You could you could buy it. Want to light your money on fire?
A company has more debt than a fucking country does.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. I was reading that the real estate that is very typical for real estate in China. Like they go massively in debt to build a shit ton of real estate, but not like to that degree. Like they just got rugged. They just kept taking on more and more debt.
Let's buy
That
some
has to be a
property in
top
China,
signal,
dude.
right?
Tony, let's buy an apartment complex in China.
Would you
And
say,
just
Sticky?
fucking put 1 million rooms into a building.
dog.
That's a top signal for like it has to be, right?
I'm not saying it.
We'll literally fucking use one sheet of drywall as the walls between the units.
I mean, it would be poetic. I buy a house and then literally the biggest real estate person almost in the world fucking goes belly up.
Well, it would make sense. Like everyone got invested in real estate within like the last year.
They tempt you to buy houses with like really low rates, then they rug you.
Well, it's even like the institutions, right? They were buying land and development properties
Yeah.
all over the United States and even in Canada.
I don't care. I shouldn't say this, but if it happens, it happens. But the house that I bought, if I were to try to rent this house for a year or two, I'd be paying astronomically more than what I am paying in mortgage. So therefore, it's still a good buy.
Did you sign like a contract saying you're not allowed to turn it into a rental?
No, this is my house. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yo,
in Canada, if you buy a house and you tell them it's not for a rental and your mortgage gets approved, you're not allowed to use it unless it has like a suite that
No,
is
yeah,
specifically.
I can do whatever I want.
did you guys check out the IPO that released today? There's always every single time there's an IPO, the fucking market's always dumb.
It's a new
But
coffee one, right?
yeah, it's called Bros.
Yeah.
Carlos, you're late, man. I talked about SPY the entire stream. Bullish.
Dutch Brothers.
Bouncing off the monthly VWAP, bouncing off 50 days. All you need to know. Historically, the most bullish pullback scenario there is.
Sticky, if the real estate market crashes, dude, that's when we fucking ape
Oh,
it.
dude.
Yeah, but the problem is, so here's the problem for you guys, is that if the real estate starts going, they're going to raise the rates to counter it. So you're getting fucked one way or the other. You're either getting a high rate or you're paying for a house that's very expensive. You're not going to get the best of both worlds. They're not going to give it to you. There's no shot.
How high can the rates really go, though? It won't go over like 4%.
Yeah, but they're still going to go much higher than they are.
But I
So
would rather
4,
pay
4.5. Yeah,
small-
they can go over 4 easily. 4.5, 5 easily.
I'd rather pay the small increase on the rate than having to put down so much money for a down payment to, bring my mortgage down to a realistic value.
That's why I only put down 10% because I didn't want to rug myself. I didn't want to fucking load up on on down payment and get rugged if the market comes down.
Yo, did you guys see the company that Goldman Sachs bought off? They fucking went to
And PMI is like fucking non-existent. Like they make it sound like it's a lot of money per month. It's not that much. I'm paying like less than $100 a month.
That's cheap.
Yeah, I'm paying
Like,
less than.
I was looking at like around like 4, like at least out here. I don't know, if it's different, from different areas. But out here, if you get like say a $400,000 house and you don't put down 20%, you're paying like an extra around 250 to 300 a month.
It depends. So like online, that's what it was saying for me too. But then when I settled, they got it down really low for me somehow. I don't know how they did, but they got it down.
You could refinance once
Yeah.
you pay that 20% off.
Mhm.
You could refinance and that'll go away.
So right now, mine goes away in 7 years. So it's going to be a little while. That's if I don't make any other payments.
Yeah. Yep.
So like if I don't put any money down on the house whatsoever in 7 years, that's how long it would take. It would actually come off in like 5 years, but they do this little thing where if you don't realize that it should come off, they make you pay for it for like 2 extra years. Like
It's a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Like if you have extra money to pay into, it's like same thing with the car
Mhm.
payment. If you could afford to pay extra, like anytime you could afford to pay extra on a car payment, do it.
That's what I'm doing with the house. I put down 10%, keeping all the other money to the side, and then I'm going to put it down over a longer period of time. Is it going to cost me a little bit more money? Yes. Is it going to be a lot safer? Yes.
Yeah, and when you go to sell or like with a car, when you go to trade it in, you're gonna get not all of it back, but you're gonna
Mhm.
get money back because you're not gonna be underwater on the fucking loan.
People like us that use our money to invest and stuff, they should not be putting down 20%. Unless you have like stupid amount of cash sitting around that you're just not using, that you're not investing, then you can do it. But if you're investing your money, you shouldn't be putting down 20%, to be honest. It's so much fucking money to put down on a house. Like
Yeah, it's fucked up.
you're buying a $500,000 house, you're putting down $100,000. And that money's just gone. It just goes into the house, right? Like it's obviously it's good, it's equity. Like it's in your house. But that money's gone. Like you can't invest that money. You can't put it into the stock market, you can't put it into crypto. That money's gone. So
But it really depends too on what like part of the market you're buying. If you're buying while it's inflated, no, it's not a good idea. If you're buying after it nukes, then it is a good.
Oh yeah, if you were buying like during the 08 like crisis, you could buy fucking numerous houses and put money down.
Like when I buy, I'm gonna put down 20%, regardless how much the house costs. I'm gonna make sure to put down 20%. But I'm also not buying right now. I'm waiting until it comes down. Whether that's another, whether it's next year, another 2 years, 3 years, I literally will not buy until it comes down.
Yeah, I would not put down 20% right now. No way.
No.
And my mortgage lady was saying that whole like 20% is like that's advised. She said almost nobody's putting down 20% right now. She said people are getting away with putting down like 3%. And I was like, I'm not going to go that low. I'm going 10% minimum. But yeah,
See,
she said
okay
like nobody's doing 20.
I'm okay with like sitting on the side right now too, because like I said, I have all the money I was going to use for a down payment invested, so I'm making like money off of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's
you're
not like it's not just like sitting in my bank account doing nothing. It was doing that.
Is your rent going up a lot?
My rent hasn't changed.
Mine went up.
Okay,
because I moved, but it went up.
The biggest thing about buying is if the thing that you're looking to buy, if you can rent that for way cheaper, then just rent it. But if you want to live in this big ass house or whatever and have whatever you want, and you can't rent that for that what you're going to pay for mortgage, you should be buying.
My rent hasn't changed a penny in the last. I think I've been here for 2.5 years now.
If I wanted to rent the house that I just bought, I'd be paying 30 to 45% more, somewhere around there, per month. Because I got such a good fucking rate on my mortgage.
I could actually lower my rent if I wanted to by just doing a 12-month lease instead of I only do 6-month lease just in case anything ever happens. I could just leave whenever I want. You know what I mean? That's the only reason I do a 6-month. But if I did a 12-month, it would lower my rent by $100.
At 4% rates, many people are going to go bankrupt. I don't think it'll be that bad because we're already at like 3 right now.
I want to see foreclosures, bro. I want to see fucking.
They're coming
flood in the
soon.
market.
They're That's the. I'm more scared about that than I am about the China thing. Is the eviction stuff because the evictions are coming, and what we're seeing with we simultaneously have a fucking worker shortage and an unemployment crisis. That's ridiculous. So that means that people are just sitting on their ass not working. You think they're paying their bills? Not a shot, right? So the eviction thing is going to be bad. Really bad.
I'm on your side, Sticky. I want to see that too.
Yeah, like I want to be buying fucking empty
Blood.
houses, blood.
Yep.
No, I think you guys are doing the right thing, like you're waiting for a pullback, but just don't be like Dime and you're waiting for a fucking 08 crash. That's not going to happen.
No, I'm not. No, that's definitely never gonna happen again.
Like the next time that happens, this country is going under. Like that is not going to happen to the point where it's going to recover as quickly as it did last time.
Realistically, I'm looking for probably like I would say between a 25 to 30% decrease in home prices.
Yeah,
Like you could literally see what homes like sold for. There's people that like bought like years ago, like
Mm-hmm.
like 3 years ago that are now selling their house for like an extra 150,000.
My house, yeah. My house went up over 100K in like 3 years.
Like nothing has changed. Like there's no, you know what I mean? Like you didn't do anything to the fucking house to sell it for an extra 150,000. It's still the same house.
It depends what area though. Like some areas, so like where I used to live, the home values there are going up not just because the market's going up, but because there's no more room to build houses. So it's scarcity. So if you're in an area that's like that, where it's just complete scarcity, like they literally cannot build any more townhomes or they can't build any houses, your house is going to keep going up. It's not just going to go up because the market's going up. And that's why I bought in the area that I just bought in, because it's a suburb outside of the suburb. So everyone's going to move to my area eventually. It's just going to keep getting developed. And my house is going to keep going up and up.
yeah. I'm stuck in a place where things are getting smaller and more expensive.
Yeah.
See, there's areas out here like that I could do that. Like I could move to like say like Plainfield, Illinois, which is like maybe like an extra 30, 45 minutes like down south from here. And the home prices are literally 50% off for like the exact same thing as you could get right here. It's just I don't want to be in the middle of fucking nowhere. I have to go drive to the city for work.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
That's why it was easy for me, because I work from home. So like I can live out in a suburb.
like I spend what do I spend $70 a week in gas, so that's $140 every 2 weeks. So that's what $280 a month in just gas.
That's
Just
crazy.
just to drive back and forth to work from where I'm at right now. So if I moved another 30 minutes south, I would be well over $300 a month in just gas.
I probably do like 75 tops, 50 on low weeks or low months. Big A, I'm not a big real estate guy, so I'm not the right person to ask about like real estate decisions and stuff. But you said, like, what do you think about financing an addition on my residence with the possibility of a housing market crash? I'd say it's pretty risky, especially with all the prices right now being very, very expensive. Lumber came down a lot, but it's still expensive. Plumbing parts, electrical parts, pretty much anything that goes into building a house or building anything that is an addition to the house is going to be much more expensive right now than it was a year or two ago. So taking out like a finance, a loan to build an addition, you're paying out the ass. And then if all those parts come down, the housing market comes down, you just financed it for like no reason. It's not going to add value to your house. You know what I mean?
Danchi knows a lot about all this real estate shit, but
Yeah.
the thing about him is that he always compares everything to the fucking LA market, which you cannot do because that's its own.
It's another
fucking
country.
animal.
California is literally like another country. How are your taxes in America? Fucking disgusting. No city water. Yeah, no city water. But where I live, I have to use a water softener. So it's a
Dude, like when I was
pro
in
con.
LA, I opened up my fucking like Redfin app and did like, you know, current location as we're driving. And there's literally shithole houses, dude, that are like 1,000 square feet,
Mm-hmm.
maybe like 1,500 square feet at the most. And they just look fucking run down, dude. Like I'm talking about beat up fucking homes that like you would think are just dirt cheap. And the cheapest one I saw was like 800,000.
That's the thing that all the states around California are really upset about is all the people like the boomers and the generation like kind of after the boomers that were buying up all the houses in California. They just for living, they've gone up astronomically in value, right? So they've gotten a lot of wealth just from buying that house when they did, just getting very lucky. So now they're selling those houses and going into these states that are neighboring California and buying up like so much fucking property that the the people that live there they can't compete because they're competing against somebody in California that's selling a shit box for $1 million.
I have a boomer friend that lives in Phoenix, and he told me that they hate fucking California people that are moving to Arizona.
Yeah, because they're ruining their rental and their housing market. And it's like you can't blame them, right? Because it's just like a luck thing. They got lucky as fuck. They bought when they did, and now they're worth astronomically higher. And now
The
they
thing
want to
with
go buy somewhere
California
else.
too is their property taxes are dirt cheap.
Hmm.
They have some kind of law that they put into effect where property taxes, I think, cannot be changed for like a certain amount of years. And I think I don't know the exact number, but they're really fucking cheap.
Move to Portugal or Dubai. I'm gonna hard pass on that one. Isn't Dubai like if you spit outside, they like cut your hand off or something?
Fucking hang you in the street.
Yeah, no, I think I'll pass.
Yeah, Arizona used to be fucking dirt cheap, man. Not anymore.
Yeah,
I went to Arizona. I went to Arizona like 4 or 5 years ago, and then I went again at the beginning of this year. And I remember, you know, when I went there 5 years ago, there was so much open land. Like, you know, there was towns that weren't even developed. And then when I went earlier this year, there is no more open land. Like, obviously there is, but like not where it used to be.
yeah.
It's still a lot cheaper compared to other, you know, spots. Like my girlfriend's sister, they just bought a house in some suburb of Phoenix, and yeah, it's a really nice house, and they paid fucking next to nothing
You
for it. Like compared to
literally, they could have offered me a fucking $400,000, $500,000 house for free, and I would not move to Phoenix. It's too hot.
the winters there, though, man, are so nice. Like that's what I like about it. It's like it's like here, like during the winter, no one goes outside here. During the summer, everyone loves being outside. It's like opposite out there. Like during the summer, everyone stays in because it's too fucking hot.
Yep.
And during the winter, they go outside because the temperature is like 75 degrees every day.
Yeah, what do you think are the chances of? Well, it's gonna be a fucking stupid ass question. What do you think is the chances that Green Sky keeps going upwards on the news that Goldman Sachs bought them out?
What's green sky?
I don't know. All I know, I just had read the article that I found on the internet saying that Goldman Sachs bought a company named Green Sky.
Rex, you said, does SPY ever do anything crazy in pre or aftermarket? It depends on if there's news. Sometimes we have a lot of economic news that comes out pre or aftermarket. Besides that, it's pretty stable. We have a shit ton of news coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yeah, tomorrow,
Yeah.
ton of stuff tomorrow. There's a bunch of Fed talks. There's like 4 Fed talks tomorrow, and then we have a couple of reports as well. So it's gonna be a little sketch tomorrow.
It's like I guess it's like it's a healthcare stock. They went up 52% today.
Dude, my fucking player got injured again. What the hell?
The year of the rug.
He got injured, and they brought him back, and he's injured again. The fuck?
I gotta find a fucking photographer. What were you saying I should fucking search for?
Just local photographers, like people who you pay hourly, because you're looking to just pay an hourly wage. But you can search for like proposal photographer,
Engagement.
not engagement. Engagement is a photo shoot.
Fucking rug myself. Hire one of those for 500.
Yeah, they would have wanted to do like fucking a bunch of pictures, and it's not a surprise either. So they would have fucked it up.
Yeah, this thumbtack one, the one I asked you if you ever heard of it, like that's what it seems like. It's kind of like that Angie's List type of thing, but
Yeah,
for freelancers, and I get 13% back, 13.5% back if I use Acorns. Yeah, this dude's cost. Yeah, see, like this guy here, $150, bro, right here.
yeah, it's much better.
This guy's I'm gonna hit this dude up.
Right here, this is the one I found.
$150, dude, and he's online right now.
Tell him he's got to wear a camo, hide in the bushes.
Like me at Danchi's wedding.
Yeah, exactly. You can recreate that photo.
Just show him the picture, like, do this.
Yeah.
I look like a fucking boss though in that picture.
No, it's funny as hell. Literally looks like a picture out of Godfather. You're just like watching over.
Yo, bros, if this Bitcoin price action holds, we're about to have a really disgusting weekend.
Do I watch Champions League? Is that a soccer thing? I don't. I do not watch soccer or football. I don't even watch American football anymore, to be honest. I just do fantasy.
Bro, this guy's got fucking pictures of strippers on his portfolio. This is definitely, I'm definitely hitting this guy up.
That's the guy.
Strippers and fucking Santa Claus fucking outfits.
Fucking Dime's about to pop up.
He sounds experienced.
Literally not even lying right now. Look at this. That's his portfolio on that thumbtack.
That's hilarious. It's gonna be funny when he adds your pictures to his portfolio. Stripper, 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 wedding, stripper, stripper. Fucking wedding. That's too funny.
Yeah, let me hit check availability. See if this cocksucker is ready to go.
Yeah, I can't. I was just talking to my boy, and bro, he kind of told me a story that kind of had my jaw fucking open. I was just like, no fucking way, you probably got in so fucking early. Yeah, that was my response to it. This guy said, yeah, you know, I've been making so much money off of shitcoin. I was like, oh yeah, what you been trading? He's like, yeah, man, my first fucking trade that I made hella bread was, I put 300 into Safe Moon, and yeah, I cashed out at 40K. I was like, what?
Isn't that thing back down to like zero?
Nah, yeah. He was talking about when Safe Moon first happened. He was like, oh,
Yeah.
He said, yeah, I threw in 300, and then I had to cash out at 40K because I didn't believe it. I was like, hold on, so you cash? I was like, 300 turned to 40K in Safe Moon, and he was like, yeah, bro. He's like, it was kind of crazy. I was like,
better than Dave Portney. Dave Portney put in like 10 grand or something. He's down like fucking 6,000 or some shit.
Yeah, bro. Fucking Safe Moon almost tapped zero. I think it tapped zero like a couple days ago.
All right, guys, I got to call it a stream. I got to post the analysis in Discord and get some work done. But I appreciate you guys being here. If you guys are new to the stream, let me see if I got my buttons here. Make sure to click that like button. Subscribe as well. I do stream 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Where's the newsletter? Let me get you guys the link for the newsletter. We just launched a new newsletter. Came out yesterday. 100% free. I'm going to be releasing a new issue probably Friday or Sunday. I might do two, honestly, because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. So I might do one Friday and then one Sunday. So keep an eye on that. We're probably going to talk about like the real estate thing and what's going on in China. And then Sunday, we'll probably talk more about crypto. We'll do like a Bitcoin, look at some altcoins and stuff like that. But all right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. If you guys are in the Discord, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace out.